Joe Hopkins here, and I'm on my bullshit today. I'm on the bullshit again. I've got a rant. I'm gonna rant just because I damn well feel like it. I'm stressed out, and the stress is building up, and I just want to bitch. So grab a beer, and let's bitch together. I was thinking about some things, right? It is stressful. It is a bunch of bullshit, but you know what? It could always be worse. I told my kid that once. She was upset about something. I said it could always be worse. She said, "Dad, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, I could lose my job. We could end up homeless, not have anything to eat, not have anywhere to live, be hanging out in a cardboard box under a bridge somewhere." She said, that doesn't really help. You're not helping. Apparently, that's not advice a kid wants to hear, but it could be worse. It could always be worse. It's the truth, right? I don't know what you're going through. I'm not going to go into details about my bullshit. But it's good to know that it could be worse. And why is that good to know? I have a positive, negative attitude. I believe it could be worse. It could always be worse, so I'm glad for what I have. I am of the distinctive opinion that none of us really deserve any better anyway. In fact, we probably deserve a lot worse than we're getting. And that way, whenever I get anything, even if I lose, I didn't lose as much as I could have, and I didn't lose as much as I probably deserve. I don't deserve any better. That way, it's always up. I expect disappointment. And that way, I'm never disappointed. I expect it to be bad. And then when it's not bad, even if it's not what I wanted, I'm ahead. It's a good thing. We still get stressed out about these things, even if you have a positive negative attitude like me. I call it my positive negative attitude. Not to be too down on myself or others, but none of us really deserve any better. And, that's a positive way to be negative, or it's a negative way to be positive. The truth is I come out ahead. I always come out ahead because I didn't deserve that much. There you go. And what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? I die? And it's not my problem anymore. It's everybody else's problem. But not mine. Once I'm dead, it's not my problem. Yeah, then everybody can blame me. And I won't even know about it. And if I don't know about it, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm on my bullshit today. I'm on the bullshit, but think about it. Really think about it. Do you really deserve any better? Do you? Do you think you do? You're not as good a person as you think you are. I'm not. None of us are. I mean, good and bad is kind of relative if you think about it. The truth is, how am I a good person? Am I a bad person? I mean, I'm not Mother Teresa, but I'm not Hitler either. So, and was Mother Teresa even Mother Teresa? Really? Or is that just, did her legend grow with time? Who knows at this point? Who knows? Who knows? Is there anybody left alive that knew the woman? Huh? Yeah. Even Gandhi wasn't that great a guy. I heard he was kind of a dick. That's what I heard. I heard Abraham Lincoln was an asshole in private. Well, I don't know. I've read some of the things, but everybody's an asshole sometimes. What are you going to do about it, huh? What are you going to do about it? I don't believe George Washington never told a lie. No, I don't. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, we all suck. All of us. You, me, everybody else. So when bad things happen, you can say, well, I guess I had it coming. And if bad things happen, you can always say, well, it could be worse. I deserve worse than this. I deserve worse than this. I don't know how bad I deserve, but overall, I'm doing better than I deserve. I really am. I'm doing pretty good in a lot of ways. So these few things that stress me out, they still stress me out, but I can look at it and go, well, it's not that bad. It's actually, I think some people think they have better coming than they do because they're privileged and entitled. That's what I think. I'm not talking about any particular generation before everybody says, well, you know, this generation, that generation. No, they're just entitled people out there. And I think part of it's because a lack of life experience. I know it could be worse because I've had worse. I've been worse. It's been worse. I've had worse. It's good to be able to say that. It's good to be able to just have a not that great meal and just say, well, I've put worse things in my mouth, and to be able to just go on with your life and say this is better than it could be, and I know from experience. There you go. How bad could it be? Well, how bad has it been for you? If you're one of those people that you haven't truly had it really, really bad, you don't know how bad it could be. And really, and how bad have I had it? I mean, you know, I've been pretty healthy. I think health is the most important thing. It's more important than everything else. People think other things matter until you get sick, until you go through a difficult illness. And then you think, well, that's about the worst, isn't it? That's about the worst. I'm healthy, and my health is holding up. All my shit still works for the most part. That's the most important thing. You hear old people say that, right? I realized it very early on in life. That as long as you're pretty healthy, yeah, everything else is just, you know, you can deal with the rest of it. Yeah. Take a look at some really unhealthy people. You want to feel better about yourself? Go to a nursing home and look around at some of them folk. Go to a cancer ward and then really look at it. Really look at them and then you can say, my problems aren't that bad. You know, because the worst that could happen isn't dying. The worst that could happen is suffering a lot before you die. Nobody wants that. It's better to just, you know, get hit by a bus and call it a day. You know what I mean? I think that's why really, really sick people, when they go to kill themselves, they don't fuck around with it. It's not a cry for help. They really just want to end it. You know, I always wonder about the suicide attempt people. It's like, you obviously didn't mean it. You didn't. And if you don't mean it, don't fucking do it. Don't cry for help. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna help you. Nobody loves you. Nobody gives a shit. And just get over that fact. Just accept it, and then you can move on with your life and just be you. And just a barrel of sunshine today, ain't I? It's true though. The cry for help is to try to get people to prove they love you. Well, that's selfish. Why? Why are you doing that? Why? Don't cry for help. Nobody really cares that much. And all you're going to do is find out that nobody cares that much. Everybody's fine with you dropping dead. And I'm not just you. I know if I dropped dead tomorrow, like 3 people would give a shit. And I don't even know how much of a shit they give. So there you go. That's everybody. That's all of us. None of us really have that many people that care. Yeah. We're not some big celebrity that the world cries over. And even then, all the people crying about it, they just give a fuck because you're not putting out the next movie or the next album. Or even the celebrities, they don't really care about you. They just care they wanted the next movie. They wanted the next book. They wanted the next song. That's all they wanted. Yeah, so it could be worse. And if it was, you'd probably deserve it. I had it coming anyway. There you go. So I feel better. And I think probably I made you feel worse, but maybe you'll feel better too once you accept that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter. And it doesn't. And who gives a shit? And when you run out of fucks, you're free. So just spend the last couple fucks on something and then just be free. Be free. Be free. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love y'all. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.